I was very disappointed to see that today at the Planning Commission, despite a strong staff recommendation and the issuance of our conditional use permit, that the Planning Commission opted not to allow our project at this location to move forward.
I'll make a motion, and I'm not sure how to word it, so I'll need help from Jennifer and the city attorney. I would like to not approve the environmental assessment, and I would like to uphold the appeal.
We have a motion by Commissioner Bray. Do we have a second?
Do you have a second?
Let's go ahead and for this one, let's please take vote.
Commissioner Lide?
Based on the verbal testimony, I approve your motion.
Commissioner Diaz?
Yes.
Commissioner Bray?
Yes.
Commissioner Kreiner?
Yes.
And Chair Vang?
Yes. The motion for the appeal has been approved. Is that correct?
Yes,
Okay.
that'll be fine.
All right. Thank you, everyone.
I'm elated. I'm a little bit shocked. I didn't think it was going to go on our way, but it didn't matter because even if we lost, we know we gave it our 100% best to defend our neighborhood.
Unfortunately, I think feelings got in the way of facts because, of course, feelings aren't findings. And so I look forward to, getting up tomorrow and continuing to serve the Fresno community, both in our existing operations and as we prepare to move forward with a second location.
Our objections were, for me personally, for the safety and the security of our food court. We did not want armed security guards there as our families were visiting the Taco Grande or the pizza shop or the donut shop, especially the laundromat.
The closest school to the subject property is Pinedale Elementary at approximately 1,040 feet away, where 800 feet is the maximum distance requirement pursuant to, again, FMC sections 93309 and 152739B. The subject property is located at the northernmost point of surrounding neighborhoods along North Blackstone Avenue with River Park, Universal Park, and Villaggio shopping centers adjacent to the north.
This dispensary is violating the spirit of the law by placing armed guards near students. 1,000 feet away from a school is too close to have guns present. Can we all agree that none of us would want our children going to a school where guns were only 1,000 feet away?
This project will add 24/7 security and surveillance measures to the area, which has been widely celebrated in our conversations with nearby businesses and residents. These features include on-site patrolling security guards, which are armed per the Fresno Municipal Code, and off-site direct feed live monitoring for nearly 50 on-site security cameras. Importantly, this robust security infrastructure will include proactive measures to address vagrancy, loitering, littering, and other issues that currently plague this shopping center. In our door-to-door canvassing in the Pinedale community, this was the single greatest factor driving folks' support of our project. There are these issues in this shopping center today, and the community has expressed a broad base of support for our partnership in meaningfully addressing them.
When they said we come from a place of hate, what they are seeing is we're protecting our children and our community. We stand in the gap for them. People go to war because they have to. We are defending our community from the legacy of legal drugs. We are protecting our children from being desensitized that marijuana is our friend, because Embark builds a park for them and they send them to camp.
I want to just basically see our city collected tax dollars that will pay for our youth programs, hospitals, police, and fire, and see that they continue to direct business to minority entrepreneurs. The tax dollars collected by responsible taxpayers as Embark will help us to better achieve our social equity goals. We all know that if these industries are not approved through the proper business process, this same market will end up on the black market.
This is a tough one because I do think the applicant did a good job on their due diligence, and we do have ordinances that created that, but I also am having a hard time because based off the testimony, I do think there could be a detriment to the neighborhood.
The applicant, you did a phenomenal job. I love your business plan. I love everything that you brought. I love how you explained it very thoroughly. And I was so, when you were speaking, I said, she has covered everything. There's nothing that anybody can come and say that she's not doing right. I mean, she's an entrepreneur, she's a young entrepreneur, and we should be supporting economic development, and that is one of them.
Was there a previous site identified for this project, or?
There was, 1784 West Shaw.
Okay. What happened with that site?
So the current occupant was supposed to conclude their business operations, but that just did not occur. There were some development challenges for a neighboring site that they were moving into, and there was no defined exit. We felt that it was our promise to the city that we would operationalize this business as soon as possible, and it could be years before we would even be able to take over that site.
Would this applicant have an opportunity to find another location, or are they done after this?
Technically, their CUP approval at the 1784 Shaw location it has not been revoked yet.
Okay.
So they could look for another location or
Use
keep that.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm very conflicted with it. I think it's very empowering to see such a young woman do such a really good job in regards to your due diligence. I believe in small business. I sympathize with your effort, and I believe you have really good intentions to beautify the community itself, right? But I think once the previous identified area didn't fall through, I believe that maybe you knew that when you set this place up over here, you would run into a big old issue too. Okay.
Youth are not able to access cannabis shops. And again, youth that are accessing cannabis or any drugs aren't doing so in legal and licensed facilities. Efforts to discourage the opening of licensed facilities are efforts that simultaneously ensure that access is continuing to be from the unregulated and untested market. So, you know, these businesses are built as fortresses to physically prevent youth access, but purchasing cannabis in the legal supply chain also includes the fact that these products are tracked and traced. And what that means is that our state government tracks a cannabis product literally from seed through sale. So if a youth is found to have a licensed cannabis product, we're able to look up exactly who purchased that product and directly address that issue. As we all know, the illicit market is certainly not carding our youth and has no mechanisms for such accountabilities.